I just got a $2 tip. Oh my God. Balling out of control. And I got two more tips coming. Pause. Tips coming. Pause. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see what we get today on a warm day. Hey, 1 million in the building with one like. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome. Carry on. Okay, hold on now. Carry on Myling. Carry on Myling. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Carry on Myling. Hello. How are you? Welcome to the live. You are so welcome and so appreciated. Thank you for showing up. Am I saying that right? Carry on Myling. So I just had 3 deliveries, like boom, 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 right before I went on live. I was waiting for Sis Ogang to finish her live, and when she finished, I started mine, and hopefully I'll get more orders soon. It looks kind of busy right now, so we'll see. But shout out to Sis Ogang. Thank you, sis, for always being supportive, and you are so appreciated. It's getting warmer, guys. Getting warmer. It's getting warmer. I wouldn't say it's hot yet. It's just getting warmer. 9 million in the building. Welcome. If you can, if you just join the live for the first time, or if you're a repeat offender, can you double tap that screen and give a brother a couple likes? Just a couple likes. It's free. It don't hurt nobody, and it really helps our channel. And if you wouldn't mind, maybe hit that subscribe button so you can see what kind of fun stuff that me and my wife do on the daily. Not quite the daily, but you know what I mean. 7 million now. Sajid Maxi. Hello, welcome. So it seems that more men have started coming into life, more girls in life. Do you mean live, like live streams? More men doing live streams? Sajid says, "Hi, your name." My name is Cisco. Nice to meet you, Sajid. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Sajid. Where are you from, Sajid? I think I scared Sajid off talking too much. 5 million in the building. Damn, now down to 2. People slide in and slide out. Sajid, what are you talking about? You're saying MW hacker free fire. Is that like a code to turn me into the winter soldier? It didn't work. It didn't work this time. Or did it? Maybe it's a delayed reaction. Maybe in an hour, I'm gonna go full winter soldier mode on everybody. Stay tuned. Sajid says, you are my Pakistan, you are America, Urdu, Pakistan. Okay, so I'm gonna take that to mean that you are in Pakistan. So shout out Pakistan. Welcome to the live. Yes, this is America, where I'm at, United States of America. I'm in California, Central Central California to be specific. So thank you, Sajid, for sticking around. Little Bit said, thoughts on George Drone. Don't know anything about George Drone. Couldn't tell you. And Sajid said, 67, you are waiting. Yeah, I'm just waiting on food delivery orders, hanging out. You are Ox Kaya free fire guy. I can't make it out, Sajid. I don't know if you're using a Google Translate or a Sajid Translate, but they're both not translating properly. Little Bits, what do you think about Brian Peppers? Don't know anything about him. Don't know anything about him. Couldn't tell you. What do you think about Brian Peppers? Sajid says, you are Urdu Pakistan. I know Urdu. Salute to you. I'm not Urdu Pakistan that I know of. But then again, I could be. But salute to you, Sajid. You are car grenade. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm in a car, but to my knowledge, we don't have any grenades in here. Again, not yet. Just sitting here waiting for food orders. I'm just it's nothing that complicated. Just chilling. How did I get here? Well, what had happened was I turned this YouTube live stream on and it started filming me. And then you opened up the YouTube app and instantly it probably recommended me because it knew that you like me and you need to see me. And here you are. Does that sound about right? But I'm glad you're here, little bits. Glad you're here, hanging out with me and Sajid, chilling. Sajid says, you are please 5-star channel surprise, please. 5-star channel. Yeah, I'm a 5-star channel. 5-star channel. Hey, now let me ask you guys a question. There's 2 of you in here, and I'm only seeing 1 like. Who's not double tapping that screen? Sajid, little bits. Help a brother out. Come on, that's all I ask. Help a brother out. It's free. A little bit says, it sounded good, right? Little brother Don Jolie. Hello. Man, you guys are killing me with these names, especially with my bad vision. I'm old. I can't see that good. But welcome. Welcome in. Little bit says, hell yeah, Sajid, that's right. Sajid, you got a partner. Little bits, it was me. Little bro, little brother Don Jolie just liked. Ooh, I got 4 likes now, y'all. Hey, everybody just kicked in. Thank you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork makes the dream work. You know, we all do better. Oh, there goes a probation car. I can tell. by the plate, but the real telltale sign was the metal grill in the back seat. Wait, whoa, we're talking fast here. But thank you guys for the likes. 4 million in the building, 4 likes. Sajid says, "You are Sajid. Come at no." Dirty Stacking Deb says, "Hi, Cisco. How you doing, Deb? Ain't seen you in a while. How you been? Got me out here sitting, waiting for orders. I just did like three back to back to back to back, and then it just got quiet. You know the feeling. Deb, how you doing though?" Sajid says, "My name's Sajid. You are number, phone number. I know your name's Sajid, and you're not gonna get my phone number, Sajid. I'm not easy. You gotta at least take me out to 3 dinners, maybe buy me some shoes, some nice shoes, necklace. Maybe then we'll talk about getting my number." Dirty Stack and Deb says from Spices Channel. Yeah, no, I know who you are, Dirty Stack and Deb. I know who you are. Little bit says, ha 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 ha. All right. Sajid is saying some crazy stuff now. So we're gonna put him in the sunken place for 30 minutes. Enjoy this sunken place, Sajid. Little brother Don Jolie says, "Sorry, my name is supposed to be a nickname. My friends call me Brother Don." Okay, Brother Don. Good to know. I'm gonna file that away in my brain. Brother Don, thank you for joining the live though. You are appreciated. Thank you. Like I said, I'm just hanging out. Said I subbed. Good looking out. Appreciate you, Brother Don. Where are you from, Brother Don? I'm just sitting here waiting for food delivery orders. Where we at? Dirty Stacking Deb says, "Doing good. Close on our house May 5th." Oh wow, congratulations. Closing on the house. Man, that's a huge milestone. Um, is this house number one or house number two, three, four, five? But either way, congratulations. That's awesome. I've only owned one house my entire life and I sold it 2 years ago. Kelly, what's up? He says, "Hey Cisco, how you doing, bro?" All right, we got the gig workers activating today. Welcome. How you guys doing? 30 Second Dip says, "Hi, Corey." Canadian Gig Life. Kelly says, "Hi." Little Bit says, "No, Sajid." Ah, man, Sajid was zipping. Brother Don says, "You're welcome, bro." Yeah, thank you, man. Um, says, "Oh, I'm from the Netherlands." All right, Netherlands. Shout out Netherlands. Yeah, that's a place I'd like to visit someday. Someday, if I get out to Europe, I'm definitely going to stop in Netherlands. Little Bit says, "Are you double dash?" Probably DoorDash. What you meant? No, I'm doing Uber Eats. I tried to do DoorDash, but they said, "Nah, we're full. No, thank you." I tried to do Grubhub. They said, "Nah, we're full. No, thank you." I tried to do Spark. Nah, we're full. No, thank you. And I said, "You know what? Let me try Uber Eats." And they said, "Yeah, we got you." So here I am. Dirty Stack Dep says, "House number one." Wow. Congratulations. That is awesome. Man, that is really awesome. I remember that feeling when we first got our house many, many years ago. Um, man, I when we actually probably the first night we actually stayed in the house, it was really surreal. Because that's something you think about and you dream about your whole life. You know, as you get older, when you're a little kid, you think about getting your driver's license. Well, first you think about becoming a teenager, then getting your driver's license. Then your next big thing is turn 18, being an adult. Then you turn 21, you can drink alcohol. But a house, that's a big one right there. That's the first huge purchase you ever make in your life. And it's a big commitment. It's a big commitment. It's a little scary, but man, when you first sleep in that house, such an awesome feeling. So congrats on that, Deb. Man, that's amazing. That's awesome. Hopefully this economy will change up a little bit and your I'm sure your finance rate is higher than you'd like it to be, but it is what it is. Uh Canadian Gig like Kelly says, need to get Deb to 500 now. Oh, okay. Well, hey, anybody that's in here, please go check out Dirty Stack and Deb's channel. We need to get her up to 500 subs. I mean, come on, guys, help a sister out. She just got a new house. She needs all the help she can get. Trust. Ma'am Leonila, hello. I see you laughing in the background there. How are you, Ma'am Leonila? Good morning. Little bit says, "Come on, bro. Let's do some asphalt push-ups together." I already did mine. I got mine in this morning. I was up at 5:30 in the morning doing mine. You need to catch up, little bits. Brother Don says, "You got 2K subs. You're doing good." Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm a small channel, but I've got a lot of friends. I've got a lot of support who have really, really, really pushed me hard to get where I'm at, assisted me, and 2K subs is what I got because of all of them. But yeah, man, it's just starting out. We're still working on getting bigger and bigger. Getting monetized is the next step. But like I said, you know, Deb is needing some subs. So if you can, please go check out Deb's channel and sub if you can. Little bit says, "You're making me want to shave my head again." Yeah, you should. It's getting to be summertime. Little bits, where are you from? Where are you at? It's getting to be summertime here in the United States, and it's going to get hot. And this is much cooler, and it's cheaper too. You don't have to pay for a barber. Just shave your head. It's easy. Uh, I'm not gonna say your name because you got me last time, and I'm not gonna say what you just said. I'm gonna say, "Let's go Raiders, Dallas Cowboys for life." What's up? What's up? I'm gonna say it. You came back. I gotta say it. I gotta say it for you. How you doing, Ma'am Leonila? Thank you. 30-second Deb says thank you. Of course, Deb. Please, guys, go click on Deb's channel. Click on her name and go check out her channel, please, and subscribe. She's an awesome person, hardworking woman, and she just got a brand new house. Help her out. Help a sister out. Little bits in San Diego. Nice, San Diego. Yeah, my dad lived there for a long time, and still got family down there. Love San Diego. So San Diego is not quite as hot as Central California ever, but yeah, consider shaving your head again in solidarity with me up here. That's going to be in 100-degree weather by this weekend, burning up. Yeah, shout out San Diego. Sure. I hate the Chargers, but but shout out San Diego anyway. Well, they're in LA now, so yeah. Brother Don says, "It's for me, 23:37 right now. I'm supposed to be sleeping right now." So 23:37, like the time. So 11:37 now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So you are, what is that? You're 9 hours ahead. Oh yeah, that's about right. Okay. Yeah, man. Well, if you can't fall asleep and you just want somebody to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk until you fall asleep, you're in the right place. So hang out. You'll probably be asleep soon. Madeline and Neela, thank you. Big Russ, what's up, my friend? How you doing, bro? How's things going out there in sunny Florida? Actually, sun's probably going down right now. How you doing, bro? Let's see. I'm just gonna say DC for life. How about that? Because I just can't twist my mouth to say it again. If you say let's go, that will be better. That's not gonna happen. So I've been doing okay. Good, bro. That's good. Man, just waiting on this season to start up. We'll see how it goes. You guys have been just as shabby as us, so low expectations all around. Little bit says, "I'm from Vacaville." Oh, okay. I know where that's at. Nice. Nice little bit. So it's hot out there too, probably. Yeah, you're north of here. It's probably hot up there too. Man, Leonila. Little bit says, "But I grew up Charger fan." Okay, well, eh, mm, eh, no comment on it. No, that's one of our division rivals, so I can't get too happy for you about being a Charger fan, but I definitely understand, being in wait, you're in San Diego though, right? You wait, it says you're from okay, you're from Vacaville, you're in San Diego, grew up Charger fan. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brother Don says Yeah, midnight. Yeah, yeah, it's getting close. Says Melinda, hello, good morning. How are you? Says hello, host. Hello, Melinda. How are you? Here again, waiting on orders. I had a whole bunch earlier. I had like 4 orders, like boom, 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 back to back. But it's slowed down here since I got online. Dirty Stack Dev said it's cold in Wisconsin. Is it really? Still? Is it still cold out there? When does it start warming up out there? I know it doesn't get probably too warm, but it's still cold there though? Wow. You got a nice warm house to go to tonight. Wait, you're not in the house yet. You just closed on it. So when do you move in, Deb? Let's see. Little bit says, yeah, I got my grandpa's old house. Nice. Well, it's probably worth a lot of money if it's in San Diego. Uh, so man, shout out. Hopefully it's in a nice neighborhood and it's a nice looking house because yeah, there's some crazy expensive houses down there right now. That's I mean, that's that's how you live in San Diego cheaper. Either have somebody pass the house to you or I don't know. That's about the only way. It's real expensive down there, but beautiful. The weather's amazing. Yeah, I would love to live down there, but I can't afford it. Brother Don says, "Bro, look like he's from Fast and Furious movie with those glasses." Well, nah, I'm just I just like sunglasses and my eyes are pretty sensitive to the sunlight. So I figure, and I always tell my wife and people that I'm friends with, family, don't skimp on your health. When it comes to your health, spend a little money. And these glasses are awesome. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. I think that's a compliment. Sis Melinda says, I'm good. Good, sis. Hopefully your day's starting out right. Deb says it was 52 today. Okay, I mean that's cold, but that's not Wisconsin cold. I know Wisconsin gets way colder than that. I think this morning we were low 60s maybe. So that's coolish for here, but yeah, 52's kind of cold. Little bit says my grandpa got me first jersey of the Dalian Tomlinson number 21. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got I had a family member who was actually a coach with the Chargers, and I had got to meet LaDainian Tomlinson. I got had a jersey, got it signed by him, and it was great. I still got it to this day, but I don't like the Chargers. I love LaDainian Tomlinson, great running back, one of the greatest of all time, amazing athlete. But yeah, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna like somebody from the Chargers, that he's definitely the one I think I would pick from the Chargers. Junior Seau was another one. Deb says May 24th is moving day. Man, that's not too far. So, do you have everything you need? Are you just shopping for the house right now? Because that's a big thing. Or are you already in a place and you have a lot of your stuff and you're just gonna move it over there? Because I know getting a house filled up with all the vital stuff, you got all the dishes and all that stuff, and of course, like the furniture, bedroom sets. Hopefully, you have a lot of that stuff already. But I mean, that's exciting though to go out and shop for that stuff. Since Melinda says, just wake up. Okay. It is 5:45 a.m. over there in Philippines right now. So still early. Yeah, that's about what time I think I got up a little earlier than that this morning. Little bit says, yeah, it's sick. It's worth like 2 mil in the hills on 2.5 acres. Well, with 2.5 acres, yeah, it's definitely gonna be real pricey. That's a lot of land in San Diego. That's a lot of land in San Diego. I mean, just the land alone is a lot of money. But yeah, man, congrats. That's beautiful. Ideally, that's the way to do it. Like I said, hopefully you don't have, any payments. Hopefully it was paid off. Mamla Nila, thank you. Brother Kendall says, good afternoon. I hit that like. Thank you. Hey, we got 7,000,007 likes. Bam. Wow, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Kendall, how you doing? How's the day going with you so far? Brother Don says, I sadly have to go. I'll watch for later streams or videos. Hey, Brother Don, thank you. Definitely appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing and yeah, check out our channel. We got a lot of different videos. this thing we're doing right now with the food deliveries. This is just something new I just started. Just trying to do more live stream videos, but we got a whole bunch of other videos and stuff. You know, we travel different countries, we go hiking, all kinds of stuff. So check it out. Appreciate you. A little bit says, "No way, you met LT?" Yeah, yeah. Met LT, uh, met Junior Seau. I met a whole bunch of people. Like I said, I have family members as a coach, so you know, we got to meet a lot of people, people from different teams. Definitely, you know, Chargers players. They coach for the Broncos. We got to meet some of those guys. Coach for the Saints. Got to meet some of those guys. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Manila. Dirty Second Dev says, "We can't shop till after the 15th after signing for close." Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That is the smart thing to do. Yeah, that's right. Brother Don says, "Hi." Mamma Nilla is showing us smiles. Little bit says, "Yeah, I just have to pay property tax and my uncle had it remodeled so family can visit comfortably." Nice. Man, you have a charmed life, it sounds like, little bitch. You got a $2 million home in San Diego on 2.5 acres handed to you. Got somebody remodeling it. Come on, little bits. You're living the life. That's pretty nice. Deb is looking at you like, really? Kendall says, doing good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, of course, bro. Thanks for jumping in the live. I appreciate you. Mem Leo Neela with the smiles again. Little bit says, I know. Super blessed. It's insane. Yeah, you know what? And I'm just kidding. I mean, you know, it definitely is you know, a huge thing to have a really nice house, you know, paid off. Obviously, the property tax still got to be paid, which that's not cheap. But I don't know how old you are, little bits, but if you're younger, you know, in your 20s, 30s, um, I hope you realize, yeah, how fortunate you are. And it sounds like you do. Um, 'Cause yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get a house. Ask Deb. I mean, it's tough to get a house. I can tell you. Um, you know, I was fortunate enough. I had, you know, just started my career at that time when we bought our house. And prior to that, there was no way we were looking to get in a house. But you know, it is. It's very difficult. So yeah, definitely stay on those property taxes and you know, make sure you're paying off all the things, you know, the little things, the trivial things that come up, pay those things off, and, man, you're set. Living in San Diego, man, that's nice. A little bit says, "All I had to do was pray for it." Hey, you know what? There's times when, you know, life has a way of, you know, really coming through when you need it the most. There's other times where you feel like, "You know what? I can't take no more." And sometimes, you know, if prayer is what you love to do, pray as much as you can and hope that, you know, the better things will come your way because you know, life ain't easy and it's hard. And right now you've got a beautiful house and you've got, you know, an amazing city to live in. So yeah, it sounds like you are very appreciative. And that's stay that way. Stay grateful, you know, and just recognize your blessings, man. Just definitely recognize your blessings. Wait, where we at here? Uh Kendall says, I got a $69 Walmart 10. Wow. Well, Kendall, you need to pray on that then, I guess, because you're having a tougher time than Lil Bits is. I hope you got more than a $69 Walmart 10. Come on, man. I know you're playing. Dirty Stack of Deb says, well, I'm blessed in paying a rent payment now for something of my own and not paying a landlord. Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, and I'll tell you this, there's positives and negatives to renting and owning a house. I've done both. What I liked about having my own house was that, you know, number one, I could do anything I wanted to do to it. Anything I wanted to do, I could do that house. And the payment never went up. It was the same payment all the time. Um, and you just feel accomplished that, hey, this is my house. And that's awesome. The downside to it is that, yeah, you if anything goes wrong with that house, you got to pay for it. The property taxes, stuff like that. It's that part sucks. And another good thing is it is an investment most of the time. It's a good investment most of the time. Um, you know, Property values generally over time tend to go up. So it is a good investment. Whereas renting, yeah, you're giving your money away to somebody else that and you'll never get any kind of money back from that. But generally speaking, rent tends to be lower than a house payment. So if you really wanted to, I guess you could take the difference in what you were paying in your rent and what you would pay if you were owning a home, invest it. I don't know anybody that does that though. Um, but yeah, it is nice to rent and have somebody else worry about if there's any problems coming up, they fix that. So, but I'd say on the whole, owning a home is definitely the better option. So congrats again, Deb. Little bit says, I also told my dog we would be on our own land before she dies. Like an actual dog, like like a puppy, like a dog. Is that an old dog? Must be an old dog. Says Margie, what are you laughing about? What's going on? Good morning, sis Margie. She said, "Good afternoon, host. Thank you." Yeah, it's a warm day here, sis. 32nd Deb says, "I wish my parents explained credit score to me a while, but I'm there." Yeah, you know what? That's something I wish that we learned in school. Well, at least when I was younger, we didn't learn about budgeting really. We didn't learn about credit score. A lot of that stuff we didn't really get taught that. And my parents they didn't really teach me anything about that either. I kind of had to figure it out on my own, and it's hard, man. Especially living in the United States. Everything runs on credit. Everything, even renting a house, they're going to run your credit. Going and getting a job, a lot of jobs are checking credit scores now. So, yeah, it's nuts. Um, I'm in a good place now, but it took a long time to get there. Sis Margie says, "Greetings, greetings, sis." Kendall says, "I'm kidding." I hope so. At least have $100 tent, man, not a $69 tent. Mamley and Neela, thank you. Uh-oh, what do we got here? I got an order coming through, guys. Let me see. What is this? It's a package, $15. I got to go 19 miles. That's what's not going to happen. And three packages, negative. Not going to happen. All right. Sis Margie says, sleeping, checking. Wait, how are you? You're not sleeping, sis. You're here talking to me. You can't be sleeping. Did you sleep last night? Since Margie's been having some trouble sleeping, so I'm hoping that she's able to get some sleep last night. Little bit says it's significantly less for me because the house is under a trust fund. Oh, okay. So if it's under a trust fund, the property taxes maybe come out of the trust, is what I'm guessing, or maybe a portion thereof. Now, I'm not real familiar with how that works, but that's even better. It's better for you. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Just stay humble, stay grateful, and take that opportunity you have of having that home and without a huge payment and a bunch of money getting thrown into it. Be smart with your money. Again, I don't know how old you are, but if you're younger, that's one thing I always tell younger people. Don't buy a bunch of stupid crap. It's very tempting when you have the money, when you have a good job, you have extra money, doing just dumb stuff. Um, and everybody's different. I can't tell you, what to spend your money on or how to spend your money, but just be smart with your money. Uh, a lot of things that we want are not things that we need. Take care of all your needs first. And then if you got money left over after that, invest that money somewhere intelligently. If you don't know where, pay somebody a little bit of money that is a professional and they'll help you out. Invest that money so that hopefully later on when you get to be my age or older, you can, be set financially and you don't have to worry about working if you don't want to. You don't have to worry about, a bunch of bills and debt. If, you spent your money right, you're debt free or you're very low debt. That is my TED talk for the day. Deb says, I had a lot of Home Depot today pop up on Uber. Nope, no thank you. Those are mystery orders. could be nails, could be drywall. Seriously, I haven't done a lot of the big deliveries like that. I think the last one I did was a couple weeks ago. It was at Lowe's, and, the thing of it is they don't tell you what it is. Like you said, it's a mystery. Um, it could be any size. You don't know what size it is. It may fit in your car, it may not. So I got there, and it was a big window that somebody's gonna install, and it barely fit here in the back seat. And, yeah, it was awkward carrying it out, and I'm a pretty good sized guy, but it was still awkward carrying it out. I'm thinking, what if, some little person would have come and, pulled up and come to pick this up? They wouldn't have been able to handle this. So yeah, I usually won't take them unless it's a really good, work to pay ratio. You know what I'm talking about. Ma'am Lanilla, thank you. Sir Rickman, good morning. Mayong buntag. Oh ha hi. That one's for you, Sir Rickman. Mr. CPR, Sir Cisco. Oh, ha, hi. Good morning, sir. How are you? Sir Rickman in Bohol, Philippines. Golden Gate, what's happening? How you doing, Golden Gate? What's going on? Thanks for jumping in, bro. We're at 7 million with 11 likes. Nice. Thank you, guys. Golden Gate, what's going on with you? Little Bit says, yeah, I'm very minimalist. My mom's life insurance agent. She's a life insurance agent, so I throw her my extra bread that goes into some policy. Hey, there you go. You know what? It sounds like you got a good head on your shoulders, and you're in a very fortunate position. So, man, just keep doing what you're or woman. I don't know if you're a guy or girl. Keep doing what you're doing. Sounds like you got it kind of figured out. Keep those good people around you. Yeah, having a mom as an insurance agent, man, that's great. You won't be getting scammed, so that's good. Stay positive, man. Just keep staying positive. Sir Rickman says, "Good morning, sir. Good morning, Sir Rickman. How are you?" He says, "Okay, sir. Thank you." Yeah, it's been warm here. It's been warm here, bro. I know it's not as warm as the Philippines, but it's pretty warm here. I'm feeling it already. I don't A couple weeks ago, I was telling people how nice the weather was. Last week, I was saying how nice the weather was, and I remember saying that we only get a couple weeks in the spring, we only get a couple weeks in the fall that it's nice weather like that, and then it starts heating up, and that's where we're at, Sir Rickman. That's where we're at. It's starting to warm up here. So, yeah, right now I can keep my windows open and not have to turn the air conditioner on, but I'd say by next week it's going to be all AC, all air conditioner. Where we at? There's saying that says, "Beware, you can get toilets from Home Depot." Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine? Have you ever done that? Have you ever gotten have you ever had to deliver a toilet? I haven't had to do that yet. I haven't had to deliver anything too crazy yet, but, how are you gonna deliver a toilet? So I wouldn't carry that out to the car. I'd have them carry that first of all, and then I have the customer come get it because I'm not carrying all that around. That's doing way too much. Sir says, "Okay, sir." And then he says, "Coffee time." That's right. I drank all my coffee already. My coffee's been gone. Little Bit says, "Oh, you're in the city." Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're in the city here. Wow, this guy is really driving crazy right now. Yeah, we're in Central California. Madeline, thank you. So Rickman says, "Here, too much hot." Yeah, so humid there. So humid. But I would trade you. I would trade you, Sir Rickman. I would trade you. I would go there to Bohol, and you can come here, and you can stay here. Is that fair? Are you okay? Would you agree? Can we do that? Can I go there to Bohol and you can come here to California? We'll both be happy, sir. Or maybe I don't know if you'll be happy in California. I don't know. It's so expensive here. I would love to be in Bohol. My wife loves Bohol. It's beautiful there. It's so awesome there. A little bit says my pops works at the university at SDSU or UC, UCSD. Both good schools. Both really good schools. I wanted my daughter to go to UCSD. She ended up going to Fresno State. Dirty Stank Deb says, "Got to go. Have a good night." Let's go, Deb. Thank you so much for stopping by. Much appreciated. Um, guys, if you get a chance, click on Deb's name, go to her channel. Please subscribe. She's working on, getting more and more subs, just like we all are. Please check out her channel. Get her subs up. She just got a house. Keep the positivity rolling for her, and it'll be much appreciated. So, Deb, be safe out there, and watch out for the weirdos. Have a good one, Deb. Thank you so much, and enjoy that house. As soon as that paperwork gets signed, man, that weight's gonna come off your shoulders, and you're gonna, yeah, you just all you got to do is enjoy. Little bit says SFSU. Wait, is that supposed to be SDSU or is that SF like in San Francisco? Because you're in San Diego, right? Yeah. Uh-oh, hold on a second here, guys. Oh, my little tips are coming through. All right. Let's send these people thank yous for those tips that we got. Let me just double check this. All right, so that one's good. And that one's good. Okay, cool. Says, yeah, I'm from NorCal. My pop still lives in Vacaville. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, nice. So San Francisco State University. That's another great school. I want to say that's a medical. They have I think their medical programs are like premier up there. I think that's their main focus. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Yeah, that is one of my. Uh, I guess I could say a regret in life is that I did not take my education seriously. I just was ready to be done with high school. Didn't really plan on doing much with college. I did junior college for about 2 years, almost 2 years. Didn't really pan out for anything with that. But like I said, I can't complain. My life's turned out pretty well. But I definitely, encourage my kids to go to college, and especially nowadays, it's definitely necessary. But then again, with AI, we had this conversation on one of the lives last week. I want to say it was, or earlier in the week, we had talked about AI taking everybody's jobs, and you know, even people with degrees, even people with specialized skills. AI is going to be taking a lot of those jobs. So, kind of a scary time. Says Melinda, thank you for sticking around. Golden Gate says, I grew up across the street from San Francisco State. The medical institution you're referring to is UCF. Oh, there you go. UC San Francisco. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I knew that medical was big. Yeah, UC San Francisco. Okay. I know that's a big, like like nationally very well recognized program. Grew up across the street from San Francisco State. Man, how's things up there, bro? How's the weather up there right now? Is it just typical Bay Area weather, or is it warming up there too? Because it seems like here it's just again, I'm not surprised because it happens every year. Just like overnight, it goes from nice, pleasant, nice, cool to boom, it's hot, and that's where we're at. I know we're supposed to have by the weekend. We're supposed to be getting triple digits. I think 2 or 3 days in a row. It's just it's disgusting. But we got 4 million in the building, 11 likes. Thank you guys. I don't know what it is. Every time I go on live, the the orders dry up. Just I had that one that you guys saw was just a terrible, terrible order. You go back and yeah, so this is what it was, guys. So they want me to for $15, they want me to go pick up these packages, and they're estimating it's gonna take about an hour and 5 minutes, and you're gonna drive 19 miles. So about a gallon of gas roughly. So right there, just take 550-ish off the top. So now we're down to maybe less than $10 for this trip. after we pay for gas. Oh, and by the way, we gotta drive back, so double that. It's actually 40 miles. So you're gonna pay, let's call it, we're gonna be generous. We're gonna say $8 for gas, not even the 10. We're gonna say $8. So now we're down to $7 for this order because after paying the gas. So then we're gonna go and drive and drop off 3 packages for $7. And it's an hour and 5 minute trip is what they're estimating. And by the time I get to the end of the trip, I'm looking at it, I have to drive all the way back here. So now we're looking at probably like an hour and 45 minutes. So call it 2 hours. You're making basically $3 an hour. Guess who's not doing that? This guy. That's a crazy order, guys. Come on now. Who's gonna do that? Golden Gate says typical weather, heating up, heating up in the day, cold at night, lower temps near the water. Yeah, yeah, that's Bay Area weather. I like that weather though. You know, I if I have to choose between being in hot weather versus cold weather, I probably would choose hot weather. Because you can still go outside and do stuff. It sucks, but you can still, do a lot of stuff. When it's cold weather, you can't do nothing outside. What are you gonna? You're not gonna do anything outside when it's cold weather. But if I have to choose between warmish or coolish, I'll take the coolish. Because I tend to run hot, and like our coast here, you go out to like Pismo. Um, it's similar to like Bay Area weather. It's on the cooler side, and they have a lot of days where it's overcast. I love that. I love that weather. Um, I mean, overall, like I said, I do like warmer weather, hotter weather. Um, but just on the daily, yeah, that Bay Area weather, I like it. It's pretty nice. It's really slow out here today, guys. Usually this parking lot's pretty popping, but it's really slow. What time is it? 3 o'clock. My daughter texted me early this morning and asked me if I would watch my grandson. Her and her mom want to go see a movie. So I said, "Hells yeah." So I'm gonna get my grandson probably in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, hopefully, and get to spend some time with him. So looking forward to that. So I'll be out here maybe for like another, yeah, maybe like for another hour and a half. And then I'll head home. It hasn't been too bad of a day. Like I said, I got, I think, 4 or 5 orders today, and they were actually some decent ones, the ones I took. So can't complain. Where am I at here? Here we go. In fact, I have made $34. $34, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for just hanging out, chilling like this, and every once in a while having to get up and go pick up an order and drive, it's not too bad. And what this app does is they actually show you how long you've been online, and then they also show you your active time. So I tend to focus on the active time because if I was at home, I would just be sitting at home, you know, looking at my phone or looking at the iPad or looking at the TV or just sleeping. So for me, it's like I don't really count the online time because I'm doing what I would be doing if I was at home. So the active time, it says I've been active 47 minutes. So $34 in 47 minutes, that's actually pretty good. Um, I'd say that's probably close to like $50 an hour when you round it out. So I can't complain. But we got 5 million in the building, 11 likes. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully we get a good delivery order, so you guys will have a little something to watch some action. Yesterday I was trying to do an order and the internet went out. The area I was at, the area of town I was in, it's kind of on the edge of town, and I don't know, I guess they don't have their internet hooked up there right. And so it went out. So anybody who was here yesterday, sorry about that. I don't know who, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was joking about Somebody in the Philippines was joking about, oh, we thought it was just Philippines. In the US too. The US gets the bad internet too. And it's like, yeah, we do. Some places in the US, yeah, we got tore up internet too sometimes. It's usually good here. Like I said, that in that corner of town, it it's here and there, hit and miss. What's this guy doing? But yeah, 5 million still going strong. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hey, there's an order. Let's see what we got here. Come on now. Uh yeah, we'll do that. All right, guys. So we got an order. It's like $5.32 to go 3 miles. So that's on the lower my preferred orders, but it meets the criteria. The only thing about them is that sometimes you gotta wait a little while, but picking up their orders is really easy. Everything's all in a bag to carry around. So yeah, it's right here. All right, guys. So bear with me. Go in here and get this order. And hopefully it'll be a quick and easy one. Huh? Hello. Thank you. Hi, I got a pickup for Ernie. Uber Eats order. Okay, guys, just got the order. Actually, wasn't very long of a wait. Like I said, sometimes you gotta wait in there. And it's gonna be just a little short drive, hopefully. All right. So let me let this customer know we got their order. Okay. Confirm the pickup, and now we're driving. Pretty easy. About an 8-minute drive. Oh, aloha. What's going on, brother? Just picked up a cake, and I'm gonna go drop it off right now. The beautiful state of Hawaii. Let's see here. What the heck happened with this? All right. Brother Cowboy says aloha. Yeah, bro. Just picked this order up. Nothing major. Little $5 order. But hey, it all adds up, right? How's things going for you, bro? Says Jocelyn, Thumbsock holes. Make a little shout out. Thank you for the Thumbsock. Thank you. 5 million in the building. 12 likes. Says Jocelyn, how are you this morning? Just driving to drop an order off. I just picked up this little cake. I'm gonna go take it to the customer right now. They're doing some construction right here, so you gotta watch out. All right. I'm dealing with the some of these YouTube emojis are just hilarious. Take a picture of this. So I like to take a picture of the directions from the customer, what they want done with their item. Uh, they're saying to leave it at their door, ring the doorbell, or knock before leaving. Easy peasy. So what I'll do is I'll just pull up to their house. I'll drop the item off in front of their door, knock on the door, take off. Simple as that. Where am I going? Okay. Not too long of a drive. And ideally, that's what you want. You want an order that, uh, first of all, it's easy to handle, something in just like one bag or a couple bags. And then once you have an order, ideally, you don't want to drive that. You don't want to drive too far because obviously, the more you have to drive, the more gas you're going to burn and the more money you're going to spend putting gas back in your car. So you lose money doing that. So you want an order that's relatively close to where you're at and it's easy to handle and pays well. And by paying well, I mean you're making at least 1.5 to 2 times um, the dollar amount of whatever the mileage is you're driving. So in other words, if you have to drive 4 miles, you would like to make at least $6 or $8 or more for that order. For this area where I'm at, that's pretty reasonable. Sometimes, like I showed you earlier, they come out with some way out stuff that I don't know who's taking those orders, but they need to knock it off because you're bringing down the average pay for everybody. They're making a right up here, so I'm getting the right hand lane. Man, this air conditioner feels good. I probably should roll my window down and not run the air conditioner, but it feels good right now. And what's really crazy, guys, is that it says it's 75 degrees outside. On my dashboard, it says 75 degrees, which is normally really nice. But when you're standing still in the sun, whether you're exposed to the sunlight or you're sitting in a car sitting still, it's hot. It gets hot quick. Let this person know I'm almost there. We still got 6 million in the building, 12 likes. Thank you guys for sticking around. And if you haven't already, please help us out. Double tap your screen. Give us a like if you don't mind. Like, like everyone says, it's free and it don't hurt nobody, but it really does help us out. It's actually not too far from where I live, where this order is at. In fact, sometimes I go walking in this area where I'm dropping this off at, so that's kind of cool. Maybe that's a sign I need to just go home. Yeah, I'll probably go home in about an hour. Yeah, me and my wife have gone walking up this street before. It's a nice little area right here. And the water is just at the end of this street. Let's see. It's going to be the easiest. Right here, yeah, that'll be the easiest. That's it. That looks like that's it. All right, guys, let's go take this order. That's it. Okay. Take a picture of this real quick. All right. Oh, no, let me. I think it says ring the doorbell. Yep. Okay. All right, easy peasy, guys. All right. So let them know that it's done. Done Deezy. Confirm the delivery. All right. Was that as exciting for you guys as it was for me? I bet it was. All right. Let's quick put the seatbelt on, shall we? And there you have it. Cake delivery. Done easy. And now we just got to go back. Our area and wait for some more orders. Watch your boxing match when you fought. Was it your style to do a lot of head movement to make it seem that a few head punches you absorbed weren't effective and throwing off your opponent? Okay, I'm going to read that again. Hold on. I think some of those punches I absorbed has messed up my ability to comprehend what you're saying. Hold on. All right, coming to a stop here. So I watched your boxing match. When you fought, was it your style to do a lot of head movement to make it seem to, to make it seem that a few head punches you absorbed weren't effective or throwing off your opponent? Well, I'll say this: that fight that's posted on there, um, that fight that's posted on there, it was actually that was in the Rose Bowl. Um, 2 weeks 2 weeks after that fight, they had the Women's World Cup of Soccer there. So they had the boxing ring in the end zone. That at the Rose Bowl, they have the end zone right there. So we were kind of in the end zone, and they didn't want us to walk on the grass because it was going to mess up the grass for the women's soccer match. So getting out to the down ring, you had to like walk in a certain place. It was really lame. But part of my problem was they told us that because I wear contacts, what they had told me was I wasn't allowed to wear my contacts. And I said, how the hell am I going to see? And they said, yeah, per blah, 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 you know, contacts are prohibited. Blah. It was a bunch of nonsense, really. So I couldn't wear my contacts. So uh, when I, even walking out to the ring, I was already having trouble like seeing. So in that particular fight, in the very beginning, I was really trying to, you know, just figure out the distance from me and my opponent. And yeah, I normally would move and box a lot more, but because I had to like kind of keep him close to where I could kind of see him effectively, it gave him opportunities to come in, quickly and land punches. So that first round, at least for the first half of that round, I was having trouble gauging my distance. And if you've ever fought before, gauging that distance is one of the biggest things that you need to be able to do. You need to know how far your opponent is, not only because you need to be able to land your strikes, but you need to see their strikes coming, and having that distance, learning that distance that they need is just as important as learning the distance that you need. So my head movement was not the best in that fight, and he caught me. He caught me once good in that fight early on, and it zinged me a little bit. But to answer the question, yeah, typically you want to, use head movement to, throw off your opponent's ability to, land a solid punch. The more you can move your head, obviously it's harder for him to land a punch, and it kind of makes them hesitate a little bit. But yeah, that was a tricky fight right there. I'm glad it ended the way that it did, but like I said, it took me a minute to get to measure that distance, and I finally caught him. But yeah, he zinged me pretty good in that first round. But thanks for checking that out, bro. That was a fun fight. I mean, even though it didn't go exactly as I planned, it was a fun fight. Hopefully that answers the question. I don't know. Let's see. Atetes Mabuhay. She says, Kuya Cisco, good morning, Mabuhay. How are you, Atetes? Ma'am Leonila, thank you for sticking around. Atetes says, done like. Thank you. We got 14 likes, guys. Atetes always coming through. Thank you. Ma'am Leonila, thank you. So Rickman, thank you. Thank you, bro, for sticking around. And guys, please uh, check out each other's channels and subscribe. Connect with each other if you can, because we're all small channels here.
And the more connections we have, the better it is for all of us. So please connect to each other's channels. Everybody here has a really good channel, and we're all trying to keep improving. This is Ogong. Thank you. How are you? Yeah, I'm just doing some deliveries, sis. I'm still doing these deliveries. Like I said, I usually will go maybe 5 or 6 hours, sometimes longer if we don't really have anything going on. But today I have to get home, and my daughter's going to bring my grandson by, and we're going to watch him so that her and her mom can go watch a movie. The traffic's picking up just a little bit right here, guys. So as much as I want to read your comments, I'm going to have to refrain momentarily until I get clear of this traffic here. So please feel free to talk amongst yourselves. It's 3:30, so this is usually when traffic starts picking up because you get some of these people that go to work early, they're getting off work, and they're coming back home, and then of course, as it gets closer and closer to 5 p.m., the traffic really starts to pick up. And this area up ahead of me, I passed it earlier. They're doing construction right in the middle of the road, and so there's guys working here in the road. They got cones, kind of weird. So you, like right there, you got to really watch out. Ultimately, I would like to fix my setup to where I could turn the camera around and you guys can see what I'm seeing. But for now, this is what we have. Let's see. Oh my God. Yep, that's what I'm doing. It's looking relatively busy now, guys. So we should hopefully get another order or two or a few. Cross your fingers. Okay. So I'm back to my little home base area, I like to call it. Um, so I'm gonna try and find parking, preferably somewhere in the shade, and we'll wait for another order. Hey, there's a shady spot right there. Oh, what is going on right here? You got this guy right in the middle of the lane. Man, sometimes people are really clueless about what they're doing when they're driving. I talk about it every time I'm on a live stream and I'm driving. It's crazy, guys. People are terrible drivers. All right.
Get these windows down. Thank you guys for sticking around. 6 men building, 14 likes. Let me scroll back here. All right. Golden Gate says, definitely you adapted well. Makes sense of why you stayed close. I like how you snuck in the winning hit. To me, that was kind of like an assassin move strategy. Yeah, man. Um, that little combination was something I worked on a lot, um, actually, because you know, a lot of fighting is preparation. You know, um, the fun part is the fight, but leading up to the fight, it's a lot of work, and preparing for a fight, and not only being in condition, but being able to um, put together techniques that are going to be effective. Um, and that combination that I used on that guy, it worked good on him because he was kind of a quick guy. Um, he had really good footwork, and again, because I couldn't see very well, it slowed my reaction time down. One of the things in boxing that you try to do is with your punches, at least, you try to keep punches coming as straight as you can. One, because they get to the point of impact quicker, but two, it gives your opponent and it gives your opponent less reaction time to respond to it because it's quick. But not only that, your ability to see um, the punch coming, it's harder because things moving like something moving side to side, you can see it pretty easily, but something coming at you, it's harder to judge that distance. So when your punches are straight, um, the opponent's reaction time is a lot it's delayed. So I really try to work on, keeping straight one, two, three, punches coming straight, and it worked out perfectly with that guy. I saw what he was doing. He was just coming in. He was using his right hand a lot, and so on one of those times where he was jumping in, I just caught him, and the rest is history. So yeah, I miss fighting. I loved fighting. I didn't do it for a very long time, but I loved it. I mean, there's an art to fighting. Uh, it sounds a little cliche, but there's definitely an art to fighting, and I loved everything about it. I loved the work. I loved the discipline that it took. Of course, I love the fighting. Um, and if you talk to most people that fight, a lot of people think you're mad and you're angry when you get in there. Like I never had a fight where I lost my temper. I never had a fight where I was angry or pissed off at the person, or I don't even think I had a fight where I disliked the person. I didn't. Most of them I didn't even know, but um, I just enjoyed the competition of it, and I do. I miss it. I definitely miss it a lot. But I'm 53 years old now, trying to fight nobody. I'm definitely not trying to fight nobody. Sis Ogong, thank you. She said, thank you, sis. And I don't know, what is that? Like a little seal or something? I don't know what that is. But yeah, guys, I definitely love fighting. I wish I had started younger. I don't know. I can't say that because like I said, my life has turned out pretty good, guys. I can't complain. Fighting is a very difficult life. Um, it's a hard way to make a living. I didn't do it professionally. I did just amateurs, but yeah, some people make a lot of money, but most people don't make hardly any money fighting. So it's probably not something I would have done for to make a living, but I would have liked to had more time doing it than what I ended up having. Because it was a lot of fun, and yeah, I really did enjoy it. Sis Margie says she's making breakfast. What are you making today, sis? I bet it's something healthy. Sis Margie, she's very health conscious. She makes very healthy foods. She exercises. She's been drinking plenty of water lately, I know. So, yeah, what are you making this morning, sis Margie? Golden Gate says, I'm glad I asked you about what I saw. It's funny how there is a story behind everything. Rose Bowl, contacts, etc. It's fascinating to hear the real perspective. Yeah, man, there's a lot to it. All you're seeing in that video is just me and the guy fighting. Um, Interesting story about that guy. I'm not going to get into too many details. Well, number one, he was Filipino. He was a Filipino guy. Really, at least when I met him after the fight, seemed like a really cool guy. Um, as it turns out, he was actually an Oakland PD. He was actually an Oakland police officer, and that guy ended up getting involved in a case. And Golden Gate, you might have even heard about this. He was involved in a case where him and a couple other guys were accused of like kidnapping drug dealers and stuff, and like beating them up and extorting them. He got indicted for that, and I believe that they never got found guilty. But yeah, I talk about a crazy story. That was a crazy story right there. And I'll tell you another one here in a minute. Let me read some of these comments. Um, Margie says sweet potato, nice. One egg and ginger, nice. Okay, yeah, that's definitely healthy. My wife likes sweet potatoes too, sis. Those are very healthy. I don't like sweet potatoes that much. Um, but when I was really watching what I was eating years ago, I started eating more sweet potatoes, and I would like to cut them up into little round medallions and bake them. Put a little bit of cinnamon on them. They were pretty good then. Leah's blog ninja. How you doing? It says hello. 15 like. Thank you, Leah's blog ninja. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if you've come in before, but welcome to the channel. We're just hanging out here, waiting for some food delivery orders and chopping it up. Am I saying that right? Leah's or Lee's? I don't know. Leah's. It looks like. Sis Margie says parking, parking. Thank you, sis. Yeah, yeah. Fix your breakfast, sis. Golden Gate says, "Damn, bro, it's a small world at times." Yeah, man, that was crazy. I didn't find out about that, of course, until a few years later. Um, the guy who was the guy who was my not my trainer, but my corner man, friend of mine. He brought it to my attention. He was looking at something, and I don't know if he recognized the guy or recognized his name, but he says, "Man, you're not gonna believe this. That dude that you fought, this is him." And yeah, sure enough, it was him. And it was him and two other guys who, like I said, if I remember right, they were Oakland PD. They were kidnapping like drug dealers and beating them up. Or allegedly, they were allegedly kidnapping drug dealers, beating them up to get money from them. And somewhere along the way, they got caught and they got indicted. They went on trial, and I believe it was either hung jury or something. They didn't get found not guilty, I don't think, but they didn't get found guilty either. So yeah, that was a big case. This is years ago in the Oakland area. Leah's vlog says, "Hi, how you doing, Leah's vlog? Where are you from, Leah's vlog?" Says Jocelyn Golib. Is that is that Sis Ogang or Sis Joy? Jocelyn Golib. Because now I'm thinking, I think that's a ninja account. Now that I'm thinking, I'm telling you guys, I'm getting old. That's number one. But number two, there's so many people have so many screen names. Sometimes it gets confusing, and some of them sound a lot alike. Like I know several Jovelins, I know several Jocelyn's, and I get them mixed up sometimes. So I'm trying to remember. And let me hold on. Let me see if I can. I don't want to click on it and lose the live. I'll lose it before even quicker than I did yesterday. But anyway, welcome to the live stream, guys. I appreciate all 7 million of you with the 15 likes. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Check this out, guys. What you guys know about this? What you know about Bucky's? How many of you know about Bucky's? Anybody knows about Bucky's? Give me a thumbs up. My little Bucky's thermos. I love this. I got this like a few years ago, and this is what I keep my water in when I'm doing my little delivery driving. Jocelyn says, "Hello." Jocelyn, are you a ninja account or is that a main account? I apologize for not remembering. But like I said, I've got several Jocelyn's that I know. Jovelins, Juvelin, you guys, the J names. And as I say that, I'm looking at Jimmy John's sandwiches. Let me, whoa, what does it say? Oh, so it's just, I'm looking in the notifications on the app, and it's telling me about the tips that I've already received, which I knew about all these except for this one, I think. Oh no, I got that one too. Okay. Yeah, all good. So just that last order that I did, I'm just waiting on the tip from that one. And it's a good thing. I've noticed that this app that I'm on is called Uber Eats, right? For the people in the Philippines, this app is called Uber Eats. It's like Grab. Um, you just people just order food through the app, and then I get the orders and I go pick it up. Well, when I first started doing this, people could put their order in and they would give you a tip, right? They might give you a tip, maybe $2, $3, $4, $5, who knows? You'll accept the order, you'll go and you'll complete the order, and then later on they take their tip away. So you would lose the money that you thought you were gonna get, and it was it sucked. So now I've changed it to where they no longer can do that, I think, because none of my everything I'm getting now says it's guaranteed. So that's a good thing. Golden Gate says, LOL. I found the case on Wikipedia. It was called the Writers. Yeah, that's what they call themselves, the Writers case. One of the guys was Frank Vasquez about September 2000 and after time frame. Yeah, something like that. Um, I'm trying to remember that wasn't the guy that I fought. I'm trying to remember his name. Yeah, it was the Writers. Yeah, they called themselves the Writers, allegedly. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, that was really crazy. Um, People do some crazy stuff in the world, you know? And if you think about that, Oakland PD, they make good money. Even back then, they were making good money, I'm sure, you know? To throw your job away, to throw your life away, I don't know how much, and again, it's all alleged, right? I don't want to get sued. It was all alleged to throw what you have going on to make, I don't know, whatever money that they got or allegedly got. How much would it take for you to risk going to prison? How much would it take for you to, if you've already look, I grew up with questionable people, shall we say, sometimes. And I know there are people that will do desperate things sometimes for very little money, rob people for very little money. And those are people who are desperate and they don't really have money or they don't have much going on for themselves. Even though it doesn't make it right, I at least can understand why somebody who's desperate would do something like that. But if you're a person who has a great career, you're making good money, you're in a respected, at least for the most part, respected profession, why would you throw it away? It's just stupid. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a crazy, crazy case. Siopno, I think that was his last name. Siopno, I think it was. I can't remember, guys. Was it Clarence Mabadang? No, no, no. It was the other guy. Yeah, I remember that name too. No, it was the other guy. Jude Siopno, I think was his name. That was the third guy. That was the guy that I fought. But yeah, like I said, guys, people do desperate things, who the heck knows? And again, it's all alleged, right? Who the heck knows what they had going on in their life if they, in fact, were doing those things. I'm not saying it was right. It definitely was not right. It was wrong all the way. Even if it was drug dealers, you don't do stuff like that. And you don't uh betray the public's trust, doing silly stuff like that. So I don't know. Whatever they had going on, allegedly, I hope they're in a better place in life. Uh, Jude Reddy. Yeah, his name was Jude. I don't think it was Reddy. I think it was Siopno or something like that. St. Jude. Yeah, St. Jude. It wasn't St. Jude. Obviously was not St. Jude. Allegedly. He was no saint, allegedly. And again, man, seemed like a cool guy. I mean, I don't know him real well. I just got to talk to him after the fight and he seemed like a pretty decent guy. Uh so I don't know. You never know. You never know people, guys, is what I'm trying to say. Says Ogang, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We got 7 million in the building, guys. Much appreciated. Um, and again, these live streams that I'm doing with the food orders, hopefully that's entertaining. Some of you guys are coming back and join the lives, which I appreciate, and I hope that that's a sign that you guys, number one, support me. Thank you, but number two, that this is at least interesting enough to keep your attention for a little bit of time. And even if you're coming in like Sis Margie, you're making your breakfast or you're making your dinner or you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. If you're listening to me in the background, thank you so much. There's literally millions of channels on YouTube that you could be watching. You're watching my channel right now, so I will never not appreciate that. And coming from somebody who also is, into supporting other people. I don't support people that I don't have some kind of, you know, at least interest in what they're doing. So thank you guys for showing up and being interested in what I'm doing and what me and my wife do on this channel. Golden Gate saying, "LOL, let's just be thankful he didn't try to recruit you into the mix." Allegedly, allegedly. Yeah, no, that wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, it was just crazy, just a crazy thing, and one of the things that they were accused of was, like, beating these dudes up, and I'm thinking, "This dude's a boxer too," you know? It's like that goes against, like, what if you know anything about boxing, martial arts, it's particularly martial arts, man, one of the things that you learn is not to bully people, not to use your powers for evil, so to speak, and, for him to be doing that, what a jackass, allegedly. Um, the person that got me into boxing was my uncle. He boxed professionally for a short time, but oops, hold on. He got me into boxing, and that's how I got started in it. He also was an individual who, let's just say, he would use his powers for evil, guys. Um, he ended up in prison for 20 years. And so that that was a lesson that fortunately I never had to learn. But that's one of the things that you're supposed to not do when you're a fighter, when you're a trained fighter. And here's this guy not only, you know, betraying the public trust, but he's beating people up, even if they were drug dealers. Yeah, come on, man. You don't do stuff like that. And it was crazy. It was a crazy, crazy, crazy situation. Uh yeah, man. I wasn't gonna be recruited in that stuff. But just to think that I was in the ring with this dude, and who knows, he may have been doing stuff like that at that time, you know, and maybe getting tapped, maybe getting tapped like that, maybe hopefully it shook him up a little bit and he slowed down or stopped. I don't know, but yeah, it's a crazy situation, man. He says there's a clip on YouTube of Cus D'Amato play boxing against Muhammad Ali, and Cus snuck one in strategy. Yeah, I think I've seen that one. Yeah, that dude, amazing trainer, man. Um, I think one of the things that I like about boxing too is that there's more to it than meets the eye. The average person that watches boxing, what they want to see is knockouts. And if not knockouts, they want to see just guys just going at it, punching, and beating the shit out of each other. Um, it is fun. It is fun to see knockouts. It is fun to see guys just going at it. I think that's an exciting fight. But if that all you can get from it that interests you, then you're just a casual fan. If you're someone who really understands fighting and you understand, the very intricate things that you have to learn to be good at fighting, how hard it is to be good at fighting. It's more than just going in there and just swinging punches and hoping that you land one and knock somebody out. Even people think Mike Tyson was just this big guy that just goes in there and just beats up everybody. Mike Tyson was a well trained fighter. He could have never have got in there and did the things that he did had he not had a trainer like Customato. And that man's knowledge of boxing was just mind blowing. And he shared that with Mike Tyson. And for Mike Tyson's credit, as much as people think he's just a big bruiser guy, he's actually a pretty smart guy when it comes to boxing. He was one of the smarter fighters of his era, to be honest with you. He had very, very good skills. He wasn't just a hard puncher. He was a very skilled fighter, and that is why he was so dangerous. There's all kinds of hard punchers, guys. I was a hard puncher, but I'm not Mike Tyson. You know, there's something that separates hard punchers from great fighters. It's like a lot of sports. When you go to the NFL, even in the NFL, the teams, they're all pretty equal, to be honest with you. I mean, some teams, they have shitty records, but those even the worst team in NFL is way above the very best teams in college, in, semi-pro. So the difference between a lot of those guys is very small. And in boxing, it's very small. The difference is the thing that makes guys separate is that knowledge and that skill. It takes more than being a hard puncher. So yeah, Customato was he's legendary, legendary trainer. I could talk about boxing all days, guys. They probably bore everybody but Golden Gate. Says Margie, thank you. You got breakfast done yet, sis? Golden Gate says, do you think Oscar De La Hoya could have been even better if he wasn't so flat-footed? I don't think he was flat-footed. I just think as he got older, he slowed down like most people. Um, a good boxer. Oscar De La Hoya was a good boxer. He's a good counterpuncher. I just think that the fact that he was big for his original weight division, he's a big guy for that weight division. I think he didn't have to rely on his boxing as much, and so he could go in there and just knock people out. That left hook that he had a really good jab, really good left hook. Um, so he was just knocking people out. But as he went up in weight and as he got older, yeah, he did become a little bit more flat-footed. But yeah, I mean, your better fighters are guys that that box, not just punch. And as much as people hate Floyd Mayweather, his personal life, I can separate that from his boxing life. Who he is as a person away from the ring, I really couldn't care less, to be honest with you. But in the ring, the man's a genius. He's genius level fighter. He's obviously very physically gifted, um, but he grew up in a fighting family. His dad, his uncles, they were all professional fighters, championship fighters. Um, he almost had no choice but to become a great fighter himself. He is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I definitely put him up there. I don't like ranking people that much, but I put him up near the top of all time fighters. And some people, oh, that's bullshit. And all he does is run and hug, and you don't know anything about fighting if you think all Floyd did was run and hug. Pretty consistently, he always outpunched everybody, always landed more punches than everybody, took less damage than everybody. Um, Even power punches, he always outlanded people in power punches. The Pacquiao fight, as much as I love Manny Pacquiao, um, Floyd beat him hands down, no question about it. And I'm sorry, all my Filipino subscribers and friends, Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao. Now, as far as entertainment goes, Manny Pacquiao hands down is more entertaining to watch than Floyd Mayweather for most people, even myself. I would rather watch a Manny Pacquiao fight than watch a Floyd Mayweather fight. However, I respect what Floyd Mayweather could do in the ring. What he did in the ring is so incredibly hard to do. You can't even imagine how hard it is to do unless you're a fighter. It's very hard to do what he did. It's also very hard to do what Manny did. But Floyd is just at another level, guys. I'm gonna lose a bunch of people right now. Well, we're getting a couple people, but he's an amazing fighter. He's a crappy human being sometimes, but he's a great fighter. Uh, says Marty says steam breakfast not yet finished. Okay. Said charge phone back there in the kitchen. All right. Like 17. Oh, thank you, sis. Oh, we got 18 likes now, guys. Thank you. Said good afternoon, sir. Good morning, sis. Did you get to sleep good last night, sis? I really hope you did. I know you've been having trouble sleeping. Um, I don't know what it's gonna take to help you get more sleep, but uh please work on it. I know since I've been starting to go walking in the mornings more, I'm falling asleep earlier. So maybe go walking, do some exercises. That might help you get more rest. Um, Oligate says, Margie and Dia, did you steam any organic spinach? Spinach is I've never liked spinach. That is one thing even when I was a kid, I didn't like it. Even as an adult, I don't like it. You like spinach? I just can't eat it. Even raw. I'll take that back. Raw spinach, I can eat raw spinach for some reason in salad and stuff, but cooked spinach for some reason I cannot eat it. Steamed, baked, fried, broiled, I don't care what you do it. I don't like cooked spinach. Brother Hugo Unsoir. How you doing, brother? Please give me the How you doing, bro? Says Margie says, always little bit. So Margie says, golden, maybe mostly all my food steamed. Yeah, that's a healthy way to do it. Steaming is definitely healthy. Yes, golden steamed spinach. Yeah, see, okay. I mean, it is healthy. I'm not gonna lie. Spinach is very good for you. It's good for Popeye, but it just doesn't taste good when it's cooked. I like it. I like spinach in its raw form, but the cooked form, oh, can't do it. Can't do it, y'all. Big juice, big juice in the house. Says caught the live. I'm driving though, but listening, bro. Thank you, bro. Hey, drive safely. Yeah, I just parked right now. I just finished the order a little while back. Um, yeah, it's getting later in the day, so be careful out there. How you doing, Juice? Sis Margie says lunch fried. What are you frying, sis? Golden Gate says, bro, it has magnesium, potassium, helps naturally flush correct levels of sodium, salt out of the system. I know this, and those are things that I need for sure, especially the sodium. My now, mind you, me and my wife we don't really cook with a lot of salt, but I retain a lot of salt, so those that would be helpful. And like I said, I can eat it in the raw form. It's just cooked, I can't do it. So I do eat it in salads. So I will say that. And I think it's probably better for you uncooked. I'd have to look, make sure, but I'd say it's probably better for you uncooked. So I get some of it. Bro Hugo says, hello there, bro. We are fine. Nice. Good morning. Are you having breakfast yet? Are you making breakfast yet, Hugo? And I don't know where Mabuhay family's been. As soon as I get off this live, I'm gonna call him, call Kuyapogi and find out what's going on. In fact, see, it is 7:03. He might be doing his workout right now. I'm gonna get in touch with him, Kuya Swa. I'm gonna get with him and I'm gonna demand that he does a live because it's not a good look. They need to get on those lives. We miss them. Since Margie says checking BP BG. Okay. I did not check my blood pressure this morning. I checked it yesterday morning and I was 130 over 80, which is not bad for me. That's actually pretty decent for me. That's the 130 is a little high, but the 80s still within the good range. But yeah, I forgot to do it this morning. That I just you just reminded me. They're probably busy, bro. Nah, bro. I don't care. I don't care if they're busy. We need their lives. I don't care if they're busy. Be busy with a live on. No, I know. Yeah, they are. They've been doing a lot of stuff. And like I said, I know Kuya Pogi is working out. He's trying to get his health good. Um, respect to Kuya Pogi. Salute for that. And Aunt Leia, she's perfect. She doesn't need to do anything. But maybe she should just do it live. She should just do it live by herself. And then when Kuya Pogi's done with his workout, he can join. But yeah, I know they're busy. But we miss them. We miss those guys. Boss Butcher, good morning, sir. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. Says, good morning, Boss Isgo. Good morning. Salute to you, Boss Butcher. Probably already busy this morning. Uh, Brother Hugo says, LOL, late. Yo, who? Yeah, man. I miss their lives. It was good times. It was good times, bro Hugo. Just remembering uh when I first tuned into their live when they were still back in Texas and they had their table and the wall behind them, they had the American flag with the Philippines flag behind them, and they would sit there with their little food and just chop it up. Those were good times, man. I miss those days. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, it is Ate Leia and Kuya Pogi, Adam and Leia. Their channel is Mabuhay Family Vlog. All ran together. Mabuhay Family Vlog. Please check them out. Subscribe to their channel, and then once you subscribe to their channel, click on one of their videos and comment. Start doing some lives. We don't care how busy you are. Do that for me, please. Awesome people, awesome couple, and we just miss them. I talk smack, but I just miss them. We all do. We all miss them. But they're busy. They moved to Philippines last year. It hasn't even been a year yet, and they've accomplished so much out there. They've really been doing a lot of stuff, and you know, I love them both. Just want them to do more lives. Says Ogong, thank you. Says Margie says 110 over 74. Wow, that's amazing. You're in great shape for blood pressure then. 110, that's awesome. That's good. That's really, really, really good. And that's the number you have to really worry about, that the higher number. I think it's the systolic. There's systolic and diastolic. I think the systolic is the higher number. 110 is really that's really good. That's the one you worry about. The 74 is also really good, but the 110 is, man, that's good, sis. 61 beats per minute. You're good. You're in good shape, sis. Just get more sleep. Boss Butcher says, Lords Hugo coffee. Yeah, I wish I had some coffee right now. I drank all my coffee already. I wish I had some coffee right now. I don't want to go to like Starbucks either. It's too much money. Golden Gate says, Margie Malaya Vlog 6428. Those yellow sweet potatoes look tasty. Do you drink coffee? Yeah, man. Yeah, connect with Sis Margie. She's awesome. Um, the yellow sweet potatoes look tasty. I'll have to check those out. And I believe she does drink coffee. I don't know. Boss Hugo. And Hugo, every time I watch your videos, it makes me want to play Clash of Clans, but I don't do it because I know if I start playing again, it's gonna take up all my time. I gotta do YouTube already takes up a lot of time. If I couldn't do YouTube. I don't know how you do it, bro. I can't do YouTube and Clash of Clans. I couldn't do it. I missed that game though. I had a lot of fun playing that game. Had about 12 guys that we were in a clan, and twice a week, only twice a week, we would battle. It was so much fun, man. I miss doing that. And it's there's a lot more to Clash of Clans now too. There's so much more stuff. I think that's part of why I stopped too, is because it was just getting so complicated. I remember when it was very simple. Now there's so many different characters and so many different things you can do. Oh man, it's yeah, I can't do it again. Golden Gate says that diastolic is extremely important for retina health. You need a good diastolic for healing blood flow in the retina when you sleep. So, which was I right? Is the systolic the higher number, or is the diastolic the higher number? I'm thinking it's the diet. I think the diastolic maybe then is the higher number, because for retina health, yeah, those red blood cells in your eyes. Um, yeah, man, blood pressure is a it's very important to keep an eye on it. You know, it, what do you call it? Hypertension. Hypertension runs in my family. Um, diabetes runs in my family. Um, heart disease runs in my family. So I really, really pay attention to it. Um, I've been getting the habit of checking my blood pressure every morning. I I want to start trying to check it in the evening time too. Uh, I've been doing pretty good. I'm on one medication right now. I was on three. I'm on one now, and I'm hopefully going to get off that last one. So I just got to make sure I'm eating right. Maybe eat more spinach, right? And then you know, getting my walks in, getting my exercise in. Yeah, that's good information because again, man, blood pressures, they call it the silent killer, because people think, oh, I can feel my blood pressure getting up. No, you can't. You can't feel when your blood pressure is getting up. You can feel anxiety and you can feel, frustration, but your actual blood pressure, you can't feel that. Your blood pressure could be super high and you don't even feel a thing. You could just be sitting minding your own business, not a care in the world, and your blood pressure is way high. So don't think that because you aren't feeling like that your blood pressure is fine. Check your blood pressure all the time, especially if you're over 40. Start checking your blood pressure. That is my other TED talk for the day. Golden Gate says systolic, diastolic. Systolic on top. Okay, so it is systolic. Systolic's the top one, diastolic on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. But yeah, man, it's so important. And it's funny because as I'm getting older, uh, all those conversations that, you know, the old people, the people who I thought were old had when I was young. I'm having those conversations. talking about our blood pressure and, "Oh, I didn't get any sleep last night," and, "Oh, my shoes, I got some new shoes and my bunions hurting," all the I think it was, who was it was talking about their bunions the other day. I'm thinking, "Damn, man, I'm in that crowd now, that older crowd, man. That's what we do. We talk about our health. It's just, it's important. We don't think about it as much when we're young. When you get older and the effects you start feeling the effects, then it becomes, part of, something to get your attention. I think that's why we do it. Golden Gate says, cook with organic garlic every day. You will drop 8 to 12 points in systolic if you consume it consistently. So we eat a lot of garlic. Well, we use a lot of the powdered garlic. My wife does cook with fresh garlic, uh, fairly often, but, we love garlic, man. I think, yeah, we probably should get more garlic in our system. I know garlic is very good for you. To me, I love the taste of garlic, but it is very good for you. Yeah, I think we need to start eating more, of the raw garlic. The, so where do you get your fruits and vegetables from, Golden Gate? Where do you shop at for your fruits and vegetables? Some of the better, fruit and vegetables that we get here, Costco and Sprouts. Sprouts really has a lot of the good organic stuff. That's usually where we go. Jocelyn, hello. Thank you for coming back. Ma'am Lanila, thank you for coming back. What time is it? 4:13. You know what, guys? I'm probably gonna click off here in a minute. We got 9 million in the building. I hate to end the live here, but two things. Number one, uh, I'm gonna be going home here pretty soon. I gotta get ready to get my grandson. And number two, Sis Gracie and I think Sis Margie probably too is on live right now. So yeah, I'm gonna give this like another couple minutes and then I'm gonna log off, guys. So if you can go ahead to their channels and support them, please. Um, Griselda Alfaro and Margie TV. Please go check them out. And anyone else that's in this live right now, please connect with them if you get a chance. Um, he says Safeway has a nice organic section. They have consistent inventory of organic foods. Really? Now we don't have a Safeway around here. I know LA has a lot of Safeways still, probably Bay Area, of course. Yeah, we don't have a Safeway around here. So like I said, Costco is usually where we go. They have a fairly good amount of organic fruits and vegetables. Sprouts though has way more. We've been going there more often. The only thing is, which I know you know this, it's so freaking expensive to eat healthy. I mean, and what's crazy is it's not like they got to do anything special. It's just grow the food, and for whatever reason, it's hell of expensive. But all this crap that's artificial, the stuff that has um, what do they call it? The stuff that makes it last longer. It's on the tip of my tongue. You know what I'm talking about. All the foods that they have to add stuff to and process and do all this crazy stuff to. How is that cheaper than just growing a plant in the ground, pulling it out, rinsing off, and selling it? How is that more expensive than doing all this other mumbo jumbo? I can't figure it out. But like going to Sprouts, while I love the fact that they got this great, selection of foods, it's so damn expensive. And this is why I think we're so unhealthy in this country because healthy food is expensive in this country. It's not expensive in other countries, So I mean, it's just straight greed is all I can think of. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think to myself, one of the things that we need to get turned around here in this country is food cost. The cost of food is outrageous. To me, it's a national security issue. If if we're all unhealthy as citizens, if you know our lifespan is getting shorter, if our ability to go out in the world and do the things that we need to do to live and thrive is threatened because the food that we're eating is so unhealthy, that's a national security issue. And hopefully if we get some better more professional competent people in charge here, maybe that'll change. I know when Obama was president, Michelle Obama, that was one of her initiatives was to get kids to be more active and eat more healthy. And of course, the people that, were against her husband, they dogged her for that. Imagine dogging somebody for trying to get your kids to be more healthy. That is sick, man. Oh, here's a little order. Hold on, guys. But that was just nuts. 18 miles for $10. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. They wanted to give me $10, y'all, for to go 18 miles. And again, that means I gotta go 18 miles there and go 18 miles back. That's 36 miles. So we're talking probably about a gallon and a half at least of gas. 36 miles. Yeah, that's like more than a gallon and a half. For $10, that's almost all gas. So not gonna happen. Let's see. Family Nila, thank you. Golden Gate says the reason I got hip to what I was eating is because I realized as I got older, the workouts were not as effective for me with a bad diet. It was like I was wasting my time. Yes. I don't care how much you work out. If your diet is unhealthy, you are not getting the best out of your workout. Hands down. That is a fact. The times that I made the best gains, when I was fighting or just in general, when I was really into working out, the times I made the best gains, two things happened. Number one, I really paid attention to the nutrition value of the food that I was eating, and I was consistent with choosing those foods that were high in nutritional value. And then number two, um, what's it called? Meal prepping my stuff, because when you do that, you save time, you make it easier for yourself. A little hard work in the beginning of the week will save you so much time the rest of the week. So those two things, man, meal prepping and really paying attention to the nutritional value of the food that I'm eating. And eating the foods that are going to help what you are specifically trying to do with your diet. Because if you're somebody who is, let's say, distance running, you're not necessarily going to eat the same things to the letter as somebody who's, say, powerlifting. So you need to really pay attention to the things that whatever it is that your goals are. If you're trying to lose weight, you're going to eat certain things. If you're trying to gain weight, you're going to eat other things. So it's really important to know what the food you're eating is doing in your system. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional by any means. I'm not, a learned scholar on any of this, but I just know the basic stuff that, I was taught, and just, little things that I come across and what worked for me. And yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, if you're not eating properly, your workouts are just not going to be effective. It's not going to be effective. Go to get How old are you by chance? I don't know how old you are, but yeah, if you're in your, if you're anything below the age of 40, yeah, you really should, start good habits right now with your nutrition. He said, facts about the meal prep. When I golfed a lot, I didn't have food prepped. When I came home, I was weak, um, due to malt liquor and Doritos. Just keeping it real. Damn, the malt liquor and the Dorito days. Wow. We went and saw Joe Coy. Uh, what was it, last Saturday? Hilarious. If you've never heard Joe Coy or you've never seen Joe Coy, you better find out about him. Funny as hell. But anyway, he mentioned something about, remember Zima, the malt liquor Zima back in the day. I was like, Zima? Who the hell was drinking Zima? Man, we were drinking St. Ides, we were drinking Crazy Horse, you know, the stuff that you shouldn't be drinking. Children don't drink any of that stuff. But yeah, that's not gonna help you get in shape. The Doritos, oh yeah, nah. Another conversation. But hey, uh, says Margie, thank you. I'm gonna shut this guys off. I'm gonna all right, did I say that right? I'm gonna shut this off, guys. I'm coming up on 2 hours right now anyway. But thank y'all for being here. 8 million in the building, 18 likes. Thank you so much. Um, can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you hanging out with me and just interacting. It's awesome. Thank you guys. And if you haven't already, if you're still here, please subscribe. Please drop a like for us real quick, and come back again. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do this again. Maybe not now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm going to be taking my car in for some repairs. So probably not. So it'll be a support day for me tomorrow. But guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna sign off. All you guys have a great morning in the Philippines, out here in the West, in the United States. Please have a great evening. Stay safe, stay positive, stay kind, and go out and get yours. Thank you. Golden Gate says, "Good energy, brother. Love the crew." Thank you, bro. Salute. Thank you very much, man. I'm trying. I'm working. I'm working on making this channel, more well-rounded. You know, people inspire me. Blizzard, Icy, Cal. Those guys inspire me. Um, I'm working. I'm working on it. But thank you, bro. But guys, have a great morning, great evening. Take care, stay safe, and come back again. Thank you, guys.